Hello everyone, this is Tina with Tia's Treasures, and today I have for you a Halloween card that we're going to make using mostly Tim Holtz products. There's going to be a few other things in between there. These, I believe you can buy them all. I know I just did, so you should be able to find them. We're going to be using Edison here. This is just out this year. It's a colorized pumpkin. He's a lot of fun. We're going to be using a couple bats here, possibly the moon. I have not decided. I'm either going to use a moon that came with this die set. This actually comes with two size moons, a smaller and a larger one, depending on what you want to use. Or I might just use a moon mask. Now these are 3 masks. You can still get the layering mask. I've actually got 4 of them in here because I got a moon mask with a stamped timber kit 2 years ago. So I've got like a size in between the small and the medium. But doesn't really matter because if I use any, it's going to be either the medium or the large or one of these. So there's that. And I'm also going to be bringing in these 2 little ghosts. I got this set, I believe I got it on eBay, but I got it less than it would have cost new, and it was a new set, so that's still available. And I think I might have got this on eBay as well for, I think it cost me $8. Always looking for a bargain. Again, it was brand new, and no, it is not a counterfeit. I know what a counterfeit looks like, and I would have been the first to send it back and complain. I'm just always looking for a good deal. So I know certain things on eBay, if they're like rare, go way up, but other things you can find for a little bit less than what you might find on some of the major stamping sites. Just a matter of looking. I look at eBay, I do go to Simon Says Stamp, and then I go to scrapbook.com, maybe a cherry on top, a few other sites. The sites I'll go to the name brand sites themselves. I don't know if Sizzix has a store, but like Ranger has a store and different things like that. So I mean, I do shop around when I am shopping. And I just have got to show you this. This is not anything I'm going to do right now, but I have got this pretty pink posh stencil, and I did buy this off their website last year. It has got the most adorable little ghost with little smiles. It's like a 3-piece layering stencil. It's got little stars that go between these all. Now the reason I found this was, the reason I brought it out is I found it when I was trying to find a background for the card I'm going to make. If you want me to make a real cutesy Halloween, card, let me know in the description. I could come out with another one. Pretty sure this is probably still available, along with a few other things. I've got these adorable ghosts here from Trinity Stamps. I just bought them last year, so I would say they're probably still available. Love those. And then I've got these little pretty pink posh ghosts I bought last year that are just the cutest thing as well. And so that's why if you want me to see me to do a card with one of these or both of these, let me know and I will. And while I'm on the Halloween subject, these are all my Halloween stamps. Now I know a lot of these might not be available. They might be, I don't know. I haven't looked them up. They're 3 from Simon Says, but I have these HEROSCAPES that HEROSCAPES tend to be around for a while. I've got a zombie one and a little coloring layering one with witches and stuff. So I mean, I could do that too. you just let me know. And I don't get a lot of comments on my cards, so it wouldn't surprise me if nobody lets me know anything, and then I can just do what I want anyway. So there's that. But I will be happy regardless, just knowing if you watch this. No pressure at all. So to start, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut Edison out. I'm going to use white cardstock because I'm going to bring in some Holtz shimmer sprays on Edison, and I think I'm going to do our little ghosties out of vellum. And the spider web, I see it in black all the time. Spider webs are not black, but I guess in order to make sure it shows up on my cardstock. Of course, if I use a blue background, I'm not sure what color I'm going to do this yet. Whether I'm going to do it in like a gray. Gray would be good with a black spider. Might do that. Well, we'll find out as we make this card. So let's go do it. So right now I have got, well, besides a mess on my desk, I've got my little spider web that I did out of gray cardstock here. And I did the little spider out of black and this little web he hangs on out of gray. So I cut him out twice, once out of gray and then once out of black. And I just trimmed him up just a little bit, the black here, because I'm going to end up probably attaching that at some point. Like, we're going to attach these two, but we wanted the spider black. And I was going to color these last night before I went to bed and give them all a chance to dry. And that's when I realized I have all the mica spray stains, but I didn't have them swatched out. And while I knew I wanted a yellow and an orange, I wanted like 2 oranges. And I wasn't 100% sure, you know, which colors were going to fall in that range. And so I spent all day today swatching my mica stains. And I gotta say, this is gonna come in handy, and I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. I think I just didn't realize how many I had until I went looking for a particular color, and it was like, oh my gosh. So this is just on Canton XL watercolor paper. It's 2 1/4 by 3, and it took me 2 sheets and 1 little strip to get 36 of these. And I went ahead and I've had some little, a big sheet of label paper, and I just used the PDF off of Ranger's website, and I just cut out all the little names and put them on the back here so I'd know what each one is. And so, and I went ahead and hole punched them. My holes aren't completely even though I kind of put a mark on my hole punch, but it's even enough that you can't really tell that my holes aren't even. They're about in the same spot. So anyhow, that's where I'm at right now. And I'm going to go ahead and I am going to spray my little pumpkins and my little stems here in some different colors. And I might even spritz our little spider web there, because why not? We're gonna have some fun, and we're gonna have a really, really shimmery card when we're done. So I'm gonna pull my box down, and that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, one other thing. I thought I would use this Boo from Tonic. I don't have any of the other little Boo dies from Holtz or anything, but this one should work here. It's a nice little size, Boo. So that's what I'm going to do, and I don't know what color yet or anything else, but you'll know when I know. And when I get back, I will have my little pumpkins colored and we can put them together then. So we've got some wild honey, some Uncharted Mariner, and some chipped sapphire. And I just want to put a little bit of a glow around the moon. So as you can see, I've got my pumpkins colored and the little stems, and I even did a little bit of fog on the spider web. So let's go ahead and just get a little bit around the moon, just a tiny bit. This is going to turn green probably, but that's okay. Making a mess. Oh no, look at that. We've got a little bit of green going, but I don't care. Man, look at that. That's certainly much darker. Hopefully that, I'm hoping it dries back a little bit. Really have this saturated. Let's get a blending foam for the Uncharted Mariner. That seems to be working better than my blending brushes. You know what? I'm getting a much better blend with these foams than I was with the brushes. And yes, I'm putting my fingerprints in this. That's not good. Look at that. Wow, that's pretty bright. I think I'm probably going to end up soften it a bit. But until then, let's put that down there. And let's use a little pumice stone. This is a brand new blending brush, so I don't have to worry about it being dirty. And yes, I know it's blue. I probably got 4 of these in this shade. There's a bunch of them. So we'll just use this one. So bright. Let's try to dull it down just a little bit. Okay, I have got this circle mask here. Actually, this circle mask, because what I want to do is I want to take this mask and I want to put it over our moon, and I want to use some embossing ink because I want to emboss our moon with some glow in the dark embossing powder. So I took a Hero Arts infinity die and I cut out a mask that will, or a circle that will help us mask our die there. And we are going to just go ahead and blot our ink all over it. Oh, you know what I need to do first? Just because, and I need to use our powder tool. Yay, I remembered. Oh, come on. What's going on with it? Yeah. Oh, no. So we got that. And let's go ahead. Okay, I cut out a little boo there. I don't know if you noticed, you know, I've got everything mica stained up. I think I might have already told you that, though. I'm just going to hold this down and blot. So I have got my thing, my background here. It's embossed with our glow in the dark. We've got little Edison here. Now originally I had put Edison together and I put a couple of Nuvo drops for his eyes. And as I was moving things to clean my work surface so I could start gluing the card together, I smudged it. And I had to start all over again with, you know, our spray stains and stuff. So this time I just put little jewels. I've got like this pack of little jewels I got years ago on Amazon with different sizes and colors. And I took the little black ones and I put them there so I wouldn't smudge it again. And then I took a white gel pen and put little pupils. Because, yeah, I am so bad with this stuff. It's bad enough that I kind of had a little bit of peaks with it. I could never get it to dome good. And then for me to smear it all over the place. Yeah. So let's go ahead and lay some stuff out and see what we're going to be doing here. So I've got this little web. And we're going to be putting our little spider on that. We're going to be lining that up so it matches one on top of the other. Might not look like it yet, but you know, we're going to get, might have to move that over a little bit. We have got Edison here. Gonna get our boo. Not sure where that's going yet. Maybe there, maybe somewhere else. And I got want some bats. I've got bats. I cut some out. I have got bats, some black bats that I cut a lot of them out, and so I've got extras. It's just a matter of getting them out of the pack. And Bats. We got tiny little eyes on that one. Here's another tiny little bat. So let's put this together. But let's get this going. A lot of glue on here. A spider. Should give her little spider eyes. Of course we should. Good. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, I'd love to have you. I love having you here. So anyway, I had to do a little bit of a voiceover right in this section of the video because my dogs were barking so loudly that you couldn't hear anything else. And so I thought it was best to cut that part totally out of the video because believe me, they were rather loud. I hope you are having a pleasant September so far. We finally got some cooler weather here and I'm enjoying it. I do have to harvest my garden and I've been putting it off and you know, I don't know why. I think it's just because usually this time of year I'd be doing some canning and whatnot. And my tomatoes just didn't, you know, come out this year, my tomato crop. I only planted one bush and it just, I didn't get hardly any tomatoes. I think I had 2 tomatoes that I used so far. I might have some on there. Well, I know I have some on there right now that are still trying to ripen up. So I'll probably end up getting like 8 tomatoes from the entire bush by time all is said and done. And that's just nuts. And I have a bunch of peppers like jalapenos and poblanos I'm not sure what to do with yet. I normally like make jelly out of my jalapenos or I pickle them. And I'm not even sure if I have enough of those this year because I did give a bunch of them earlier in the year to my son. And I'm not sure how many I have on the plant right now. And the poblanos I have plans for and a few other things. So there's that. I'm just been procrastinating. It's been a weird year for me. So ironically, I had to stop this voiceover because my dogs started barking again. You know I've complained about them in the past. They just have no manners when anybody comes like by in front of the house. If UPS stops or the mailman or anybody walks by, they just run upstairs and have a field day barking. That's pretty much their worst habit. Other than that, they're good dogs. I don't know if anybody's going to believe me at this point, but it's the truth. So I'm just trying to figure out where I want these bats. There was a few different places I could put them, and I just wanted them a nice equal spread. Thought about putting just two, but I think three always looks better. And I don't know what it is. I just love those bats. When Tim Holtz came out with the dye with the bats, it was like the first thing I had to put in my cart. And when, the more I start finding Halloween dyes by him, the more I keep going in his back catalog and buying them. And so I have been on eBay a whole lot. There's still a few more I want to get that are on eBay and reasonably priced. But I think for the moment, I'm probably done Halloween dye shopping and stamp. Well, I don't know about stamp shopping, but dye shopping for the year that I know of. But God, I have been spending a lot of money on craft supplies this month just because, with it being Stamptember and stuff, there's always something that I know I have to buy right away, or I might not be able to buy it at all. So I have a bad case of FOMO. So what are you gonna do? Now these three stars here, though, they come from a Christmas die from Tim Holtz. I don't think I showed it to you because I think I pulled it out when I was looking just for some stars. It's the one with the little bitty, the two little bitty houses and some odd things, and it's got like the peace and the love and the joy words that you can use. So if you know what die I'm talking about, well, if you know, I guess. It's kind of easy to find. It came out last year. And I don't think I guess it probably does have a name, but it's not readily in my hands, so I would have to go dig it out. I put it away for once. I'm not really good with putting away things, but I did put it away when I was done using it. I was kind of proud of myself. And now I'm just going to cut off that little bitty piece of the spider web that is hanging off the side. Now I just have to figure out where I want our boo. 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 We're gonna glitter up our boo. That's it. Bye-bye for now, everyone. I hope you enjoyed my boo card. And I hope you can see that sparkle on everything. We got the mica spray and the glow-in-the-dark moon. So, have a happy Halloween.